So some really good news today. In the post, I got a letter from the Swedish Migrationsverket, which is basically the immigration organisation of the government, to say that my right of residency had been granted. Yay! Now, this is really important because as somebody living in Sweden, you can't just come here and expect to stay, primarily because of Brexit. Now, this really applies to Europeans at least. I can't give any advice for non-EU migrants because I don't know. But certainly this is from an EU perspective and it's really, really important. Now, Brexit kicks in December, and from that point, England will not be part of the EU, and that means that effectively I am not a European citizen, and that has an impact and bearing on my ability and my legal right to stay in Sweden. For that reason, I initially thought, well, I can, well, actually, before I thought about this, I just thought, I could just stay in Sweden. I've got a job, I've got a house here, I don't need to do anything else, I've got a Swedish family. But actually, then it occurred to me, no, I need to protect myself and my family, actually, because what if Sweden changes its mind? What if a party like the Swedish Democrats gain more power over here and they decide to even limit the capability for people like me to stay here, British people? And that is on their cards. They've been talking, parties like that, talking about limiting the rights that European citizens have to remain in Sweden, even though EU immigration to Sweden is valuable. It's the non-EU migration to Sweden which costs Sweden money because of the welfare. So I thought, right, let's protect myself. So I applied for residency. Now, there are two types of way that you can have a right to remain in Sweden. One is a residency permit, the other is citizenship. Now, a residency permit you apply for using the link down below in the video description. You fill out a form on the Migrationsverket website. You will need ideally a person number and bank ID to prove who you are. And once you've completed this form, it's quite a big one, just to warn you. You have to talk about who you are, what you've done in the past, your background, your job, basically all the stuff that you've already done to get your person number and Försäkringskassan. You have to do it all again, but it's worthwhile. So fill out that form, you submit it online. You'll need your partner, ideally, if you have a partner living here, to fill in that as well. And then basically you submit that form online and you then have to wait for a decision. Now, I thought that would be it. But actually then I got a letter from Migrationsverket to say we need some more information from you. They then sent me another form via post that I had to fill out and post back to them. So it's for a technologically advanced country like Sweden, it's annoying having to fill out stuff and post it. But anyway, it's necessary. So I did that. And a month later, I got an email saying that I'll receive a decision via post, which is just bizarre. Anyway, the day after that email arrived in the post, I got my letter yesterday saying that I've been granted permanent residency in Sweden, which that put a massive smile on my face because I feel secure now. Regardless of what happens with Brexit or the political situation in Sweden, I've got a letter confirming I can stay here legally, and that made me very happy. Now, the other side of it is citizenship, and this does confuse a lot of people moving to Sweden. Residency permit lets you stay here. Citizenship is what gives you a passport if you want it, but effectively it makes you a Swedish citizen, and that has other benefits and rights that come with it as well. Now, citizenship you can apply for after 3 or 5 years. It's 3 years if you're married to or have a Swedish partner, you're cohabiting with a Swedish citizen. They don't need to be Swedish born, but they have to have Swedish citizenship as well. It's 3 years if you've been living with them for at least 2 years, or it's 5 years if you're not married or cohabiting with a Swedish citizen. So once you have citizenship, you can then have a passport. But the really important one, I think, for Brits at the moment is this right to residency. It's very easy to apply for. It took me a month to get it from the point of applying, sending this supplementary letter, and then getting the confirmation via email and then post. But you know what? If I just got an email and it said, yeah, you can stay, it would have been a bit of an anticlimax compared to opening a bit of mail. and it giving me that decision. Plus, it's nice to have it in writing as well, to be honest, just because it feels more official. Anyway, I'll put a link in the video description below. If anybody needs any help completing this form or whatever, let me know. Hopefully this video has been useful. Have a look through the other videos on this channel if you are new to Sweden or you're thinking of moving. And also hit that subscribe button down there or down there, not sure which side it's on, whether this is mirrored or not. And click the thumbs up and comment if you've got any questions. I'm more than happy to help. Anyway, I'm going to go and look at my Swedish residency letter. Might frame it and put it on that blank wall back there. Who knows? Have a good day, folks.